Good afternoon and welcome to Zaleski Sports and another turning out to be a beautiful afternoon here as we had a little rain that went through. It was during the last ball game here as the Appleton Double Days beat Neenah in a slugfest 19-8, and our ball game that was supposed to start at 1:30. It's a little late start here, but the rain is not going to bother here at the Quadruplex here in Wisconsin Rapids. We're all turf all the way around, outfield, infield, and I'll tell you, it's a beautiful complex, and it's a great pleasure to be back here at this complex. I enjoy doing a ball game here every time I come over, and I'll tell you, with me today is, one of the best. Katie Lecton with me this afternoon, and we're going to have a good time here. Usually, she was with Steve yesterday, and so I'm going to have to change her of her bad habits that she has with Steve. But we'll see what happens. So this afternoon we've got a beautiful ball game here. Marshfield comes into this championship game with a 9-7 overall record, while the Menomonie Post 32 comes in with a 7-1 record. These two teams met during the regular season, and they had quite a ball games as Marshfield played them in their seasonal opener in high school and lost 5-1 in that contest. And a great pitching job by Bailey Casey, Dayton Bugar. Pitching not bad, his season debut. Lost 5-1 as Bugar pitched 3 innings in that contest. And then Mason Polga, a freshman, a very impressive-looking freshman for Marshfield. They're going to have some nice pitching down the road in the high school season. And Bailey Casey pitched a nice ball game, pitched 5 innings in that contest to get the win, struck out 3, and walked 1 in that contest. And then these two teams met in the regional semifinals this last season, and it went right down to the wire as Menomonie beat Marshfield 2-0 in a pitcher's battle. Actually, Marshfield out-hit Menomonie in that contest 3-1 as Menomonie lands up moving on to the regional championship. And in that game, Bailey Casey pitched that one also and pitched an outstanding ball game. Pitched a complete game, in fact, and struck out 6 in that game and walked none. And John Will, who is also a freshman on that Marshfield team, pitched an outstanding game and pitched a one-hitter, complete game one-hitter, struck out 2, walked 2, and it was a great ball game. Marshfield finished their season 10-15 overall, and Menomonie moved on, and they finished their high school season at, if I'm not mistaken, 16-14. So these two teams battling here as Menomonie is a AA in Legion action, and Marshfield in AAA. Menomonie has hosted a state tournament. That would have been back, it was in the 2000s. I want to say about 2016. I'll have to look that up. I've gotten it written down here somewhere, but we'll find that later on. And they've been very, very successful. The best they finished was actually in second place in the state tournament in AA. And Marshfield, of course, has been in AAA tournaments 6 or 7 years that they've been at the AAA state tournament. They will be hosting the AAA state tournament at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. We're looking forward to that in Marshfield as Stevens Point at Buchholz last year had the AAA state tournament. And the year before, it was held here at the Quadruplex at Wisconsin Rapids. So a big, great honor to our 3 Legion programs here in central Wisconsin to have these types of facilities that they can hold a state tournament. And we're looking forward to it in Marshfield. As I remember back in 1990, I worked my first American Legion state tournament and had the honor of working that one. And with some great umpires, Dave Swanson worked with me, and I know Arvo Britton worked with me, Mike Farmer worked with me, and so it was a great honor to work that state tournament. And then later on in, I want to say 2016, Marshfield held the other state tournament. So Looking now 10 years later, they're hosting it again. They've hosted a few junior state tournaments also. And but the one today should be a dandy. As I mentioned, both of these teams met during the regular high school season. And head coach Zach Slowak, who just finished his 5th season coaching as the head coach at Menomonie. He is coaching this Legion team. He's out taking infield right now. And the head coach for Marshfield is Josh Metz. Josh just finishing his 9th season as an assistant at Marshfield Senior High School. And the head Legion coach for the last 8 seasons at Marshfield. So he's had an up and down season. He started out 1-5 on the season, but they have now won 8 of their last 10 ball games and playing great ball. And as Dawson Luther was gone yesterday at an all-star game yesterday, as he was actually named the Division IV Player of the Year in the state of Wisconsin. So a great honor for Dawson. He will be throwing today. The last time Dawson threw was back on, I just had that sheet here. The last time he threw was in that against Holman, and he got the loss in that one. But during the high school season, he was 9-0. So we'll see what happens here. So our pregame show is brought to you by Rice's More Than Floors of Marshfield. Stop in today for quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and quality flooring. Visit their showroom, visit their website, or give them a call today. So we're going to take a little break here and watch a few commercials from our great sponsors. And you are watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chip's Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chip's complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chip's Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
And we are back here at the Quadroplex in Wisconsin Rapids for American Legion Baseball as the Menomonie Post 32 coming in with a 7-1 record, taking on the Marshfield Blue Devils, 9-7 in this championship game, as the They are the top two teams in two different polls, in the North and South polls here, and championship game going on as Marshfield does have a loss in this tournament as they lost to, let me think, once to Kokana in that game earlier yesterday. And the starting lineups for Menomonie Post 32, who will be the visiting team in today's contest. Leading off and playing left field, number 21, Oliver Lugo. Batting on the 2 spot, the third baseman, Maxwell Yeager. In the third spot, the shortstop, Charles Mikesell. In a cleanup spot and catching, Andrew Hoff. Batting in the number 5 spot for Menomonie today is the second baseman, Kellen Turner. In the number 6 spot and playing first base, Eric Zadowski. Batting 7th and playing right field, Liam Asher. In the 8th spot, the DH, Reese Burt. And number 9 spot is Bailey Casey, playing center field. And pitcher is Maverick Scribner for Menomonie today. And first pitch comes in by Dawson Luther for a ball and a fly ball out to right field. And going back and making a great running catch is Bryce Shoddy. Bryce, an honorable mention all-conference player in the Wisconsin Valley this year, playing right field out there. And batting now in the number 2 spot is Maxwell Yeager. And we'll give you a little numbers on, here we go. Found my stat sheets here. These will be the high school stats that some of these ball players had here. First pitch comes in for a call strike to Maxwell Yeager from Dawson Luther. Pitch down low in a way. As Maxwell on the season, let's see, he hit 348 and a ground ball and a great play there to get out number 2. And batting now in the 3rd spot, the shortstop, Charles Mikesell. And Mikesell on the season hit 250 as he had 102 plate appearances. He had 17 RBIs for the Menomonie high school team this last year, batting in that number 3 spot for head coach Zach Slowiak, who's also the head coach for the Menomonie team. And first pitch to him, catches that outside corner for a call strike. We got 2 down here, just the start of this championship game here from the Quadruplex in Wisconsin Rapids. Breaking ball upstairs for a ball. Turning out to be a beautiful afternoon as enjoy this nice mild weather as heat wave coming in tomorrow as they're talking temperatures in the 90s and heat index right around 100 degrees for the next couple days. And so I guess summer is finally here, and they're actually talking 80-degree temperatures for the next 10 days, which is really nice here in central Wisconsin. A fly ball out to left and on the horse and over the head of the left fielder Dayton Bugar, and going into second with a stand-up double is Charles Mikesell as Menomonie gets their first base runner of this afternoon's ballgame. As Charles got a hold of one and had to put the Jets on out there for Dayton Bugar as well off as it took a bounce right at the warning track out there and off the left field wall. And so Menomonie now with a runner at second in Charles Mikesell, and coming up now the catcher Andrew Hoff. And Hoff on his high school season hit 233. With 7 RBIs. Menomonie team finished 5th in that very tough Big Rivers Conference this last season. And a ground ball foul down the third base side here for a strike. 0-2 count now with 2 down, a runner at second. Dawson Luther on the mound, as in high school he was 9-0 for the Pittsville Panthers this season. Named the Division IV Player of the Year in Division IV. And will be playing his college ball at UW-Stevens Point this coming season. And as he's the second one that I know of going from point. Brady Berg, the all-conference catcher from the Stratford Tigers, will be going to UW-Stevens Point also. I'll be seeing Brady on Tuesday night as I will be over to Stratford, as Stratford will be taking on Fall Creek in a great contest. Fall Creek with an outstanding program also in that Cloverbelt Western Conference. And a jam shot there as goes foul by Andrew Huff. Count at 2-2 with 2 down. And a runner at second, so 2s right across the board there. Should be playing a little poker there. We need to have a nice 4 of a kind. Dawson from the stretch takes a look at second and the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is a, we'll call it a Surf Pro strikeout. Call Surf Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. So Menomonie Indians come up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after having a play, it's Menomonie nothing. And the Marshfield Blue Devils coming to bat, and you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Dealers Ace Hardware in Marshfield, Central.
And we are back here at the Quadruplex in Wisconsin Rapids as getting a little lighter here in the northern area here. And storm that kind of went through, had a little rain that came through central Wisconsin here. It's heading over to the Appleton area now. Looks like it's going to be a great afternoon here. Glad everyone could join us here for American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. And leading off for the Blue Devils will be the shortstop, Jake Sadowska, followed by Matt Konechny, and then Mason Anderson, our first 3 batters for the Blue Gulls. Left-hand hitter, Jake Sadowska, an all-conference first-team selection. And Jake lays one down, and I'll tell you, it's in Never Never Land, and no way you are going to get Jake Sadowska. Not with the wheels that he has. I'll tell you, great. He put it right in Never Never Land there, right between the second baseman's playing deep, pitcher coming off the mound and puts it right between the pitcher's mound and first, and coming out of that left-handed box. I always said a left-hander's got a great advantage on a bunt because they've got a good step and a half, 2 steps to get the first base, and with Jake's speed, there was no way they were going to get him. So Sadowska leads off with an infield single here in the bottom of the first inning as Matt Konechny takes a shot and drives one deep to left field, and making that catch out there is Oliver Lugo, an all-conference honorable mention selection in the Big Rivers Conference this year. As Matt gave it a ride and flew out to the left fielder. Mac playing for the Columbus Catholic Dons, the Division IV state champions, as Columbus wins their first ever baseball championship and state championship. So batting now, Mason Anderson. Mason, another all-conference selection here. Mac actually was a co-player of the year in that Devlin Timler, his teammate, they both of them shared that player of the year in the Cloverbelt Eastern Division. And another all-conference player right here in Mason Anderson, as Mason all-conference catcher, as Jake goes sliding in for a stolen base. As Jake led the Wisconsin Valley in stolen bases this year with 11 in conference play. Had 18 overall on the season. So Jake now in scoring position for the Blue Devils with a 1-1 count to first baseman Mason Anderson. As Scribner working out of the stretch. Fly ball out to right field, going back as Asher came in and then went back quickly to make that catch, and Sadowska moves over to third. So 2 down now here in the bottom of the first inning. And bringing up Owen Griesbach. Owen, he was actually a all-conference selection back last year, as he is a graduate. And you can be 19 to come back and play Legion baseball. He was an all-conference selection in Wisconsin Valley last year, as he had an outstanding season. That season he hit .436 for the Marshfield Tigers with 11 RBIs in conference play. And a ground ball to third, and goes through the legs of the third baseman, Maxwell Yeager. And Marshfield scoring their first run here on an error by the third baseman, Maxwell Yeager. So that run will be unearned. And bringing up Ray Becker, as Ray Becker, catcher on that Columbus team also. He was an honorable mention all-conference selection in that Clover Belt Eastern Conference. Usually he's catching when Matt Konieczny is pitching, but he's actually catching for Dawson Luther today. And Ray hits a shot out to right field and falls in for a base hit as Becker rounds first, and going into third is Owen Griesbach as Marshfield taking advantage of that error by Menomonie. And we'll have a courtesy runner. That will be number 10, Truxton Becker, coming into pinch run for Becker. Bringing up the left-hand hitter, Bryce Schotty, as Bryce, an honorable mention all-conference player in the Wisconsin Valley this year. And Scribner's pitch outside. Scribner, looking at the Menomonie stats, only threw two games for Menomonie this last season during the regular season. And actually he pitched in 3 ball games, I'm sorry. And he had no record at all. Next pitch comes in for a strike to the left-hand hitting Bryce Schotty. Bryce hit .290 in the Wisconsin Valley this season, and a fly ball out to left as left fielder Oliver Lugo comes in and makes a catch for out number 3. But for the Marshfield Blue Devils, in the bottom of the first inning, they come up with 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. And after 1 inning of play, it's the Marshfield Blue Devils, post 54, 1. And the Menomonie post 32 team, nothing after 1 inning of play. And you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hey everybody, Ned over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and going on now the Wheeler Summer Sale Down, which means take advantage of our lowest prices on our longest available units in stock. Going on now through July 7th, like this GMC Sierra, or this Yukon XL, or this Chevy Silverado, plus many more. The Wheeler Summer Sale Down, some of our lowest prices of the year, going on now through July 7th.
And we are back here at the Quadruplex in Wisconsin Rapids for American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. And leading off for the Menomonie post 32 here in the top of the second inning, the second baseman, Kellen Turner, as he takes the first pitch and a line drive as he made the catch. He threw the throw over to first, but the home plate umpire made that call right away. And it's a line shot to Matt Konechny as that glove was right down on the ground and lined right into it. And great play by Mac over there for out number 1, bringing up Eric Zadowski. And Eric.
Number 7, Eric Zadowski.
And let's see. Ground ball, and taking it himself is Mason Anderson. So 2 pitches and 2 outs. So saves on Dawson Luther's arm there. As we'll see if Dawson can make it 3 pitches and 3 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning, bringing up Liam Asher. And a breaking ball, beautiful breaking ball for a call strike. And Asher on the high school season hit 143, played in 17 games, but only 7 plate appearances. Fly ball out to center field and going back and over the head of Owen Griesbach and going into second and rounding second and going to third and hits the brakes. Comes back to second, slide back into second. Well, tag was late there by Osterman, but that went way over the head of center fielder Owen Griesbach. Griesbach hit the cutoff man at short, Jake Sadowska, and Jake threw it into Cash there at second, but getting back in there just in time was Liam Asher. So 2 hits that Menomonie has are for extra base hits. There's doubles, and bringing to the plate is Reese Burt, the DH, as Menomonie threatening here in the top of the 2nd inning. Breaking ball and fouled off by Burt for a 1-1 count. Beautiful day here yesterday as had baseball games going on all day on both diamonds here. And a ground ball to Hopper and off the glove of Sadowska. As a lack of concentration there by Sadowska, figuring he had an easy play on that, and that will be an unearned run. So both runs in this contest unearned after 2 were out. And bringing up the number 9 hitter, Bailey Casey. And Casey hit 159 during the high school season with 6 RBIs. Throw over to first, and Burt back in plenty of time. So we're all tied up at 1 with both runs being unearned, and a swing and a miss on a breaking ball from Dawson Luther to Bailey Casey. 0-1 count now. Great to have you aboard this afternoon. Enjoying a little baseball here in central Wisconsin. And trying to steal. And got him. As a beautiful throw by Ray Becker right on the bag to second baseman Cash Osterman for out number 3. So for the Menomonie Post 32, they come up with 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left. And after 1.5 innings of play, we're all tied up at 1, and you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
And we are back here at the Quadruplex for bottom of the second inning as we're all tied up at 1. Both runs in this contest unearned. Big errors by the third baseman for Menomonie, and then the shortstop for Marshfield with errors to bring runs in. And coming to the plate to start out the bottom of the second inning is Caleb Craycraft as he takes the first pitch catching right outside corner for call strike 1. Next pitch up and away for ball 1. As Caleb, an all-conference selection in that would be the Marewood Conference Northern Division as he played his high school ball at Athens. An outstanding season there. And Caleb he will be a senior this year at Athens High School, so great honor being all-conference. Next pitch comes in outside for a ball. 3-1 count to Caleb Craycraft from Athens. Quite a few ball players from the outside area of Marshfield, as a couple from Pittsville, as Luther and Osterman from both all-conference selections from Pittsville. And then, of course, Caleb Craycraft from Athens. And ball 4 as Caleb heads down to first. And of course, Auburndale with Nate Richardson coming back. He's a graduate from last year. He is back, and he was all-conference at Auburndale a year ago. And then Brennan Welch coming in. He was a sophomore, and this last year on Auburndale's team, coached by Jay Anderson over there. And so nobody down and runner at first. And fouling it off is Dayton Bugar, as Dayton played for Marshfield Senior High this last season. Pitched a little bit and played in the outfield also. And Dayton graduating this last season, and I'm not sure what Dayton will be going on to. And a call strike on the outside corner, as we'll actually look in Marshfield's great program they got this year. Picked one up watching the Marshfield game the other night. And Dayton, let's see. It does not say his biggest moment, though, was a grand slam during the Raton, Illinois showcase games that he played in. So 2026 grad of Marshfield Senior High School. He's listed as a outfielder and a pitcher on this Legion team. 1-2 count to Dayton. As Scribner from the stretch, and that one fouled off. And staying alive is Dayton Bugar. Caleb Craycraft over at first base as he got on with a walk here in the bottom of the second inning. And a pitch catching right at the knees on the outside corner for a strikeout. And that's his first strikeout in today's game by Maverick Scribner for out number 1. Bringing up Cash Osterman, second baseman, as Cash, an all-conference selection in that Southwest Conference, South Central Conference, as he played for the Pittsville Panthers this season. And his biggest highlight of his baseball moment was winning the sectionals his junior year and going on to state last year for the Pittsville Panthers. Next pitch outside for a ball. 2-0 with one down here in the bottom of the second inning. And we are all knotted up at 1. Pitch by Scribner. Just catching the inside corner at the knees for a call strike. 2-1 count. Scribner from the stretch, left-hand pitcher. And right at the letters. Two and two count. And fouling it back, staying alive. A lot of these batters used to a right-handed pitcher, as the rotation of the ball from a left-hander much different than from a right-handed pitcher. And even the home plate umpire is taking a kind of a second look here, coming from Scribner there. Next pitch upstairs for a ball. 3-2 count with one down here in the bottom of the second inning. And a fly ball way up there, and going back is the shortstop, Mike Sell, and catches it out on the left field grass there. A good, maybe 10, 15 feet off the dirt, as he had to go back a little ways for that for out number 2. And back to the top of the batting order now is Jake Sadowska. Jake had that infield bunt hit between the pitcher's mound and first base, and landed up scoring on that that Griesbach hit down to third base there. And first pitch comes in right at the letters for a call strike. So 2 down here now in the bottom of the second inning. Scribner from the stretch and the pitch. And as it hit Jake in the arm, and so Sadowska gets on for the second time and advances Craycraft to second on the play. As the head coach comes out, that's Zach Slowak, as Jake actually went down. He felt he got hit, went down the line, and all of a sudden the umpire, it was kind of a delay call. And Jake went down to first, but Coach Slowak not really happy about the call, as it was kind of delayed. And he thought maybe the batter himself made the decision, and the umpire went along with it. And a very long discussion here going on, a little longer than normal. And so he's going to actually go out and ask the base umpire what his thoughts was on it, if he saw that he got hit. And I'm going to tell you, you aren't going to see that from way out where he was. He was between first and second, the base umpire is. I mean, you're a good, you're 60 feet 6 inches to the pitching mound, so you're out another maybe 20, so you're another 80 to 90 feet away compared to the umpire who's behind home plate, who is standing, 6, 7 feet away from the batter. And that's what the base umpire is saying, that just because of the movement of Sadowska, that it landed up hitting him. Did he do it intentionally or not? But the play's going to stand, and Jake's going to stay at first base. And we had a nice little discussion here for about 2.5, 3 minutes. So, but bringing up Mac Konechny here to as Mac hit a long fly ball to left first time up. So runners at first and second here for the Blue Devils in the bottom of the second inning. Scribner from the stretch taking a look at second. And Jake gives another ride, going back, and out of here! A 3-run home run by Mac Konechny, and puts the Blue Devils up 4-1. As Mac, the first time up, gave it a great ride and was just about on the warning track. This one cleared the warning track and the fence, as Konechny comes up with a 3-run homer to put the Blue Devils up 4-1. So a big home run, as Marshfield takes advantage with 2 outs here after Sadowska gets hit with a pitch that was questionable, but Mac takes that first pitch and hits a 3-run shot for the Blue Devils to put them ahead 4-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. As we fill the boxes in here. And a ground ball by Anderson to short. Throw over to first in plenty of time for out number 3. But the Blue Devils come up with 3 big runs on the shot by Mac Konieczny, a 3-run shot over the left field wall. And with the Blue Devils scoring 3 runs on 1 big hit, no errors, and no one left. And after 2 complete innings of play, it's the Marshfield Blue Devils pulls 54-4, and the Menomonie posts 32-1. And you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
And we are back here at the Quadruplex as these ball players hustling in and off, and we don't have enough time to get 2 commercials in here, but we're getting them in. But Bailey Casey takes the first pitch, number 9 hitter, and hits one past the second baseman. Osterman for a base hit to start out the top of the 3rd inning here, and back to the top of the batting order. Throw over to first, and Casey back in plenty of time. That home run that Konieczny hit is brought to you from Felker Brothers of Marshfield, leading manufacturer of stainless steel products. Congratulations, student athletes across central Wisconsin, on your accomplishments, both on and off the court and fields. Best of luck this season from Felker Brothers of Marshfield. And congratulations, Mac, on hitting that 3-run home run by courtesy of Felker Brothers. Ground ball to second. Throw to first, just getting the leadoff hitter, Oliver Lugo. Oliver was an honorable mention all conference this year in the Big Rivers. And so out number 1, it goes 4-3. And advancing to second on that play is Bailey Casey. So Menomonie trying to get back into this as Marshfield with a 4-1 lead here. And bringing up Maxwell Yeager as Max grounded out to the shortstop back in the 1st inning. Luther taking his time out on the mound. First pitch catches the outside corner on a breaking ball, call strike. Events were made for Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. Large groups or small private party space is available for your event. Call now for available dates. That's Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. A long throw, and whoa, throw that, and it's going to go down the line. And holding up at third there will be, as Casey did not take off his ground ball to Konieczny at third, and possibly the wetness of the ball, as we did have some rain here before in our first ball game, and Mac just let her fly, and there was no way that Mason Anderson was going to get that one. So a throwing error on Konieczny at third, and that is the second error now by the Blue Devils in this contest. And advancing to second is Yeager, and going to third as Casey had to hold up there. And the first pitch comes into Mike Sell, who doubled back in the 1st inning. First one is a call strike here in the top of the 3rd inning with 1 down. A breaking ball by Luther. A swing and a miss by Charles. Luther gets a sign from Becker. From the stretch. And the pitch. And fouling that one off along the first base side. As Mike Sell gets back into the batter's box here, right-handed hitter. 0-2 count with one down here in the top of the third inning. From the stretch and the pitch. Bouncer back to the mound. And we have a rundown here. Konechny to Becker. Becker puts the tag on, throw down to second. And just very, very dangerous play there as they get the rundown. That will be a 1-5-2 on that play for the second out. And a very dangerous throw down to second as Charles Mikesell went to second. Throw way off. And I'm thinking that Becker might have forgot about the runner that was standing at third because a great job there by Sadowska saving that ball from going into the center field and saving a run. So Mike Sell getting on with a fielder's choice as a bounder back to the mound, and Dawson Luther very heads up. Got the runner in a rundown. And I have no idea why Becker threw that down to second to try to pick the runner off with a runner at third. And runner lands up with that throw going down to third. And so Yeager will land up scoring on the play. So Menomonie picks up their second run. And a swing and a miss. So 1-2 count with two down here. I mean, it was like the runner was not going to go anywhere because there was a runner at third at the time. So a mistake by catcher Ray Becker throwing that ball down to second. From the stretch. And the pitch. And a fly ball out to left and coming in and off the glove and knocking it down is Bugar. And 2 runs are going to score on that. And it's going to tie this contest up. Oh, correction, 2 runs coming in. I'm sorry. As a run was scored by Yeager. And so we have and they are going to call that, John, you calling that a hit? Okay, we're going to call that a double. So credit to Hoff with a RBI on the play. 1 run came in on that. I forgot that's right. Yeager scored on that throw down to second there. Luther. And Luther throwing a breaking ball, and Turner did not even move, but you're not going to get hurt with that little 65-mile-an-hour curveball. But each team now being hit by a pitch. So runners now at first and second for Menomonie. And Menomonie trailing 4-3. First pitch right down Main Street by Dawson Luther. And the 7th batter is Zadowski now batting. Luther looks at second. And fouling that one off is Eric. Eric grounded out to the first baseman back in the second inning. Oh, 2 count to Eric Zadowski. And a ground ball to second. And knocks it down, and it's going to be a base hit as Osterman was on his knees. Tough play, infield hit. Bases loaded now as all runners advance. As Hoff now at third, Turner at second, and Zadowski at first.
Right fielder Liam Asher.
And Liam Asher now. Liam with a double back in the second inning, and he scored. A mighty swing and a miss by Liam. As Menomonie threatening here in the top of the third inning. They've got 2 runs in already. Pitch down low for a ball. As Blue Devils with a couple physical mistakes and mental mistakes in this inning. And a breaking ball by Luther goes hit foul by Asher. Count now 1-2 with 2 down. As home plate umpire looking for more baseballs as he's running out of them. The turf here is a little wet as we had just a little rain here for about maybe 20, 25 minutes. And a call, strike 3. Great breaking ball there, and that is a Serve Pro strikeout, the second strikeout by Luther. But Menomonie comes up with 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 error and 3 left. And so after 2.5 innings of play, it's the Marshfield Pulse 54-4 and Menomonie Pulse 32-3. And you are watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
And we are back here at the Quadruplex as bottom of the inning as Menomonie comes up with 2 runs in the top of the third inning to make this a 4-3 contest. And a fly ball out to left field, and on his horse is Lugo, and rounding first and heading back is Owen Griesbach, as that is the second time Owen has been on today. He got on with an error back in the first inning when Sadowska scored. And so Owen takes that first pitch and gives it a ride out to left field. This Marshfield club is very, very offensive orientated, as they have had a couple ball games this year where they've put up some big, big numbers. In fact, I can think of one where in the Pure game, they lost a heartbreaker in game number 1 earlier in the year, and they turned around in game number 2. They were down 13-10 in the top of the 7th inning and put up 9 big runs and beat the Pure at the Pure 19-13 in that contest. And I see in the tournaments they're heading over to Eau Claire, and they will face the Pure again over in that tournament. So Marshfield can put the runs on the board. As we got a 1-1 count, and next pitch inside to Ray Becker. Ray with a base hit back in the first inning. As Griesbach, a very comfortable lead over at first. From the stretch, Becker's swing and a miss. And a breaking ball. 2-2 count. Griesbach at first, with about, maybe a 3.5 step lead at first. With that left-hander over there, you don't really want to take. And we'll see his move. And Owen gets back in plenty of time. Some left-handers just have outstanding moves to first. And if you're leaning the wrong way, forget about getting back to the base because he'll nail you. Oh, just missing there. Boy, very close pitch. 3-2 count to Ray Becker. It looked pretty good from up here. But Becker getting new life here as that was a pitch that very, very close. And a line shot to the shortstop. Flips the second for one. The first in time for a double play. 6-4-3 double play. That's a tailor-made as the shortstop, Mike Sell, took it on that pretty much second hop and flipped it over to Turner for one. Turner over to Zadowska to complete that double play. Beautiful tailor-made double play. So 2 down here. Now in the top or bottom of the third inning. And bringing up Bryce Shoddy as Bryce flew out to the left fielder. Back in the first inning. Left-hand hitting Bryce Shoddy. Breaking ball upstairs for a ball. As Scribner working out of the windup. And a call strike right down Main Street. 2-1 count with 2 down here. Nobody on. Blue Devils leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the third. And a breaking ball, high fly ball out to right field as Asher comes over and makes the catch for out number 3. For the Blue Devils in the bottom of the third inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. And after 3 completings of play, it's Marshfield 4, Menomonie 3, and you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
And we're back here at the Quadruplex, the top of the fourth inning. Leading off is DH Reese Burt, as Reese got on with an error and was thrown out at second, trying to steal. And takes the first pitch, a swing and a miss for strike one. We're in the top of the fourth here. Beautiful afternoon, nice breeze coming out of the southeast here. Next pitch down low for a ball. Little overcast today, but very comfortable. Pitch down low by Dawson Luther. 2-1 count. As we'll have a lot of games going on and on Zaleski Sports this coming week here. I know we have one ball game tomorrow night. I'm over in Stratford on Tuesday. The Chaparral game on Wednesday I'm doing. And a base hit out to center field as Reese Burt gets on for the second time in today's ball game and bringing up Bailey Casey, who had a base hit back in the third inning. Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools like hydro massage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind feel their best. Each 15 to 30-minute session is just $29 with memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at BeWellStudio.com. And a swing and a miss by Bailey Casey for strike one. Runner at first base, that is Reese Burt with a leadoff single here in the top of the fourth inning. Game moving right along. This game was supposed to start at 1:30, but that first game took quite a bit of time. There was no actually weather delay or rain delay in that as they played right through that rain, and Appleton Doubleday winning 19-8 against Neenah. 0-2 count to the number 9 hitter, Bailey Casey, and a high hopper to second. Throw over to first. In time. Bang, banger. A great play by Osterman. He had to put a little something on that. It was a two-hopper, but it was quite high. And Casey almost beating that out. A bang-banger at first. Going to second on the play was Reese Burt. And so Menomonie with a runner at second, the tying run at second base, and Burt with one down here. And back to the top of the batting order, and Oliver Lugo. Oliver flew out the right fielder to start this ball game and grounded out to second in the third inning, so 0 for 2 on the day. As the first pitch is a strike to Oliver. And a line shot back and double play. Beautiful play at first by Anderson. Pivots, throws to Sadowska at second for a great double play and get out of a jam there. So Lugo lining out to the first baseman, and Anderson flinging over to Sadowska for out number 3. For Menomonie, no runs on one hit, no errors, and no one left. And after 3.5 innings of play, it's Marshfield 4, Menomonie 3, and you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Rigel Plumbing and Heating in Marshfield, your local Amana dealer. Call Rigel Plumbing and Heating today to make sure your furnace is ready for the winter ahead. For expertise, honesty, and stellar service, look no further than Heritage Auto Body. Heritage Auto Body has free estimates and works with your insurance. Heritage Auto Body on Heritage Drive in Marshfield.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobeson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at cobeson.com.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
And we're back here at Wisconsin Rapids as the Blue Devils come to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And leading off for him will be Caleb Craycraft. Caleb walked and scored back in that second inning. And he takes the first pitch for a call strike. As Scribner finding the plate all of a sudden here, pitching very, very well. Has shut down Marshfield back in that third inning here. And from the windup, and down low, and knocked down nicely by Andrew Huff. Excuse me a bit. And got a little tickle in my throat, had to get rid of it there. And Scribner from the windup. And a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. That is actually the second strikeout in today's ball game by Maverick Scribner for out number 1, bringing up the left fielder, Dayton Bugar. The left fielder. And the pitch. And a shot out to center field for a base hit. So Dayton getting on for the first time. He struck out back in the second inning and comes through with a big base hit here to get the Blue Devils going here in the bottom of the fourth inning and bringing up the number 9 hitter, Cash Osterman, playing an outstanding second baseman for the Blue Devils today. Scribner from the stretch and catches the outside corner for a call, strike 1. Osterman, graduating senior from Pittsville High School. And a ground ball to the third baseman, to second for 1, to first, not in time. So 5-4 put out on Bugar for the second out, and Osterman reaching on a fielder's choice will bring up Jake Sadelska, the leadoff hitter for the Blue Devils. Jake singled and scored and a stolen base in that first inning and got hit by a pitch in the second inning, a controversial hit by pitch, and actually scored on Konieczny's 3-run homer back in that second inning. Scribner from the stretch steps off the rubber. So Jake, 1 for 1 in today's contest. All-conference shortstop in the Wisconsin Valley this season. Scribner from the stretch. And a fly ball out to center field, and coming over and making the catch is Bailey Casey for out number 3. For the Blue Devils in the bottom of the 4th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after 4 complete innings of play, it's Marshfield 4, Menomonie 3, and you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Retirement is a balancing act because everyone's financial situation is unique. A reverse mortgage loan can transform your home's equity into accessible cash, whether it's to pay off your mortgage, cover bills, or fund your dreams.
The cash is there if we need it, and it just takes a little stress off of our lives.
You have something else to fall back on?
Call me, Josh Kilty, your local retirement mortgage specialist, for a free consultation to help bring financial stability to your life.
And we're back here at Wisconsin Rapids as Dawson's first pitch catches that outside corner for a call strike to the number 2 hitter, Maxwell Yeager. Maxwell 0 for 2 today. Got on with an error and scored back in the 3rd. Ground ball to second, over to first in time for out number 1. Marshfield, 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left. Menomonie, 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 4 left. So pretty much balanced there. As I figured, we were going to have a good ball game as these two teams met twice during the high school season, with Menomonie coming out on top on both of them, but very, very outstanding ball games, both of them. And a ground ball off the glove of Luther, and I think they had him. As they're going to call from up on top here, as Mike Sell, it'll be a throwing error by the shortstop. Great play. It went off the glove of Luther. Luther throws over to first, and back in time is Charles. It went off the glove of Dawson Luther, and right into the hands of Sadowska. Sadowska's throw just off a little bit. If the throw was there, they would have had him. And so they're going to give him an error on the throw there. So it's actually Marshfield's 3rd error in today's ball game, as Marshfield had 5 errors in yesterday's ball game, and against the Kaukauna team. And so we hope that that error does not cost them a run, as we got 1 down here, an 0-2 count on Andrew Hoff, the catcher, as Andrew struck out back in the 1st and doubled in the 3rd inning. The pitch upstairs for a ball. One and 2 count with 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning already, as we're moving along. We've had a couple quick half innings in here where double plays worked very well. In fact, Marshfield got out of one with a double play back in the 4th inning. And, of course, Menomonie had one in the 3rd inning also. So each team with a double play here. And so very quick half innings, as we are just a little bit over an hour, as we had a late start of that slugfest in the first game. This game was supposed to start at 1:30, but got started late, as Andrew Huff works a walk here in the 5th inning. as we'll see if Marshfield can get out of this situation. They had a bases loaded situation back in the third inning and got out of that with a strikeout. As when Menomonie came up with 2 runs and a ground ball to short and double play, beautiful play by Sadowska. Took it himself as the momentum carried him to the bag, stepped on the bag, throw to first in time for a double play. So Marshfield getting out of back-to-back innings here with double plays to hold Menomonie from possibly scoring. For Menomonie, no runs on no hits, 1 error and 1 left. And after 4.5 innings of play, the score remains Marshfield 4 and Menomonie 3. And you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Man, that furnace is just going down and retirement's not working out how we wanted to have it happen. What can we do?
Let's see what Donnie has to say.
At Citizens Financial Services, located at Citizens State Bank, we specialize in developing unique plans for our clients to provide guidance in retirement. A customized plan starts with your goals, your needs, paired with a well-thought-out strategy to address those goals.
I think this is going to work.
To set up a time, call me, Donnie Snyder, at 715-486-8151.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
And we're back here at Wisconsin Rapids, and to the plate is Mac Konieczny. Last time up, Mac with a big 3-run homer to left field. In fact, both times up, he's given the ball a ride out in left field. And we've got a 2-0 count now to Mac as Scribner pitching very carefully to Mac as Mac has made great contact against him in this contest. And pitch goes bouncing in front of home plate. 3-0 count now to the leadoff hitter Mac Konieczny here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As the first one was right at the warning track, and the second one was way over that left field fence, as Lugo had no chance of catching that one. And so Scribner with a 3-1 count, and pitch upstairs, and Mac's going to work a walk to get the leadoff hitter on here in the bottom of the 5th inning, bringing up Mason Anderson. Mason 0 for 2 on the day, flew out to right field in the first inning and grounded out to short in the second inning. Mason playing first base today. Usually he catches for the Marshfield Tigers. He actually tied for the batting title in the Wisconsin Valley Conference this year. And a fly ball over and out of play down the right field side here, over to the batting cage, over there for the softball field. We have a baseball field on the north end and one on the south end, and then east and west we've got softball fields in a great complex here. A lot of ball played in these ball diamonds during the spring when we've got a very wet spring. I know University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point plays a lot of their ball games over here during the springtime because a lot of these college teams cannot get onto their fields, and this here is pretty much an all-weather complex here, and you can play right through the rain here with here. And a base hit opposite field by Anderson as Mac goes into second base as Mason comes up with a big hit for Marshfield here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And bringing up Owen Griesbach, center fielder. Owen's been on base twice today. Got on with an error by the third baseman back in the first, and a base hit led off the third inning with a base hit. So he's been on base twice. Great stick, hitting in the cleanup spot for Coach Metz in today's contest. And he's going to pop this one up, and it's going to be an infield fly roll as the pitcher, Scribner, is going to take that one for out number 1. If you're not familiar with it, infield fly rule is if a batter hits one into the infield and an infielder can play it. So with no outs or one out and runners on first and second or first, second, and third, the batter is out automatically when you hit it in the infield. But we had a situation the other day over on the other diamond where they had called an infield fly rule, but all of a sudden it dropped, and the runners can run at their own risk, and so the runner land up going to second and third. Line shot to second, and another double play as Becker lines out to the second baseman, and Turner runs over and steps on the bag to get Konechny for out number 3. So for the Blue Devils, with a big threat here with nobody out and runners at first and second, and does not get a run out of it. No runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. And after 5 complete innings of play, it's Marshfield 4, Menomonie 3, and you're watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
And we are back here at the Quadruplex as John here, the PA announcer. Some great questions here. Jackie Robinson questions and some crazy injuries in Major League Baseball. So does a great job here. So we're at the top of the 6th inning here. Very quick ball game going on. And leading off is Eric Zadowski, as Eric 1 for 2 in today's ball game. Takes the first pitch for a ball and fouls that one back over the top of us here for strike 1. And Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them tomorrow. They're not open today, so contact them tomorrow. Next pitch, very questionable, as batter here, Eric Zadowski, thought maybe that caught the outside corner, but the umpire called it a ball. And a fly ball out to center field, and on his horse out in center field and making a catch is Owen Griesbach. And Owen doing a great job out there. Usually if Dawson is not pitching, Dawson plays center field for the Blue Devils here and plays a great center field. As I mentioned, he'll be trying to win a starting job at UW-Stevens Point next baseball season. So, and fouling one back now is Liam Asher. As Liam 1 for 2, doubled and scored back in the second, struck out in the third. Menomonie down 4-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. And a pitch by Luther, and hit foul by Liam. As Marshfield's got 3 big ball games coming up this week, as next pitch, a ball, as big games in the Wisconsin Valley Conference, as they will take on Stevens Point in a 3-game series starting tomorrow night at Jack Hackman Field. It'll be a hot one. And pitch low and away by Luther, as they'll take on the Stevens Point Sixers starting at 7:30 at Jack Hackman Field. And then on Tuesday, they're back at Jack Hackman Field to take on the Sixers. And then on Thursday, July 1st, the 1st is on, we only have 30 days in June, right? Yeah, 30 days have September, April, June, and November. Yes, so then actually on Wednesday, they travel to Stevens Point. So the next 3 days, they got big games against Stevens Point. A fly ball, and making the catch out there is Owen Griesbach for out number 2. Bringing up Reese Burt, who's 1 for 2 today. He's been on base twice. Got on with an error back in the second and a base hit in the fourth. Right-handed hitter. Nobody on for Menomonie here in the top of the 6th inning, and Marshfield leading 4-3 in this championship game of the Wisconsin Rapids tournament here at the Quadroplex in Wisconsin Rapids, located on the campus of Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School. And little lazy, and a great catch. Wow. I thought that was going to fall in for a base hit, but a great diving catch out there by Bryce Shoddy for out number 3 as Menomonie goes 1-2-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. And what a catch by Shoddy out there to take a hit away from Reese Burt. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left. And after 5.5 innings of play, it's still 4-3. And we're going to keep it right here. And I'm going to tell you about Stratford Plumbing and Heating as a big heat spell coming in this coming week. Maybe now, as if that air conditioner is not working, maybe you should contact Stratford Plumbing and Heating. Your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands, do complete furnace and air conditioning installation with professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort experts. And we'll tell you about First Choice Credit Union also in Marshfield, and they serve anyone who lives or works in Wood, Marathon, Clark, or Portage counties. Make First Choice Credit Union your first choice for loans. And Hiller's True Value Hardware. Hurry in there for huge savings at Hiller's Ace Hardware. Now Ace Hardware, they changed the name. They had their grand opening last week. Save on Milwaukee outdoor power equipment, everything from chainsaws to string trimmers. That's Hiller's Ace Hardware in Marshfield. And so we're coming up to the bottom of the 6th inning here. Marshfield with a 4-3 lead, and I'll tell you some great, outstanding plays. I've seen more double plays here today than I have all season. We've got 4 already in today's ball game, 2 for each team, and I haven't seen that many. I don't think I can put the high school season and the Legion season together. I haven't seen that many. And we've got 4 of them here in this contest already. And leading off, and it never fails, you make an outstanding play, and what happens? You lead off the inning. And Bryce Shoddy will lead it off for the Blue Devils here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Bryce flew out to the left fielder back in the 1st inning and flew out to the right fielder back in the 3rd inning. So we'll have Bryce Shoddy and Caleb Craycraft and Dayton Bugar, our first 3 hitters, here in the bottom of the 6th inning as we're coming down to the home stretch here. And a breaking ball way outside for ball 1. And we have a new pitcher for Menomonie, and that is Zachary Bird, now on the mound for Menomonie. And the pitch, and a call strike, 2-1. As let's take a look if any pitching stats on him during the season. He actually he only played in 1 ball game for Menomonie this last season. 2-2 count. And the pitch by Bird. Breaking ball upstairs for a ball. He made 1 appearance for Menomonie this last season and gave up 2 runs and had 2 walks and a strikeout during his high school season at Menomonie. And a ground ball to first, and gobbling that one up is Eric Zadowski. Steps on the bag for out number 1. So Shoddy gets retired there, and bringing up Caleb Craycraft here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as Caleb walked and scored back in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Left-handed hitter. And we have a pinch hitter here, and pinch hitting for the Blue Devils will as Dawson Luther is hitting for himself now. As Craycraft was DHing for Luther. So actually, Luther can actually go to the defensive, let's see. I think now once he goes back to the defense, the DH is actually eliminated then. And so Luther will stay into the ball game, most likely to pitch, as Bird shakes off a sign and pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 count with 1 down. As Dawson Luther, first team all-district and all-state. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the D4 Player of the Year in the state of Wisconsin, and playing ball at UW-Stevens Point next season. As Bird gets the sign, shakes a couple off, and a breaking ball outside. He's just missing with that breaking ball. 3-1 count. Dawson Luther. Bird trying to get a sign from Hoff behind the plate. And down low as Dawson works a walk. And we'll see if a courtesy runner will come in. And coming to the plate now is Dayton Bugar. Dayton 1 for 2 in today's contest. Struck out back in the 1st and a base hit in the 4th. So a runner at first, Luther with about a 3.5, 4-step lead. As Bird steps off the rubber. Didn't like the signs that he was getting from his catcher, Andrew Huff. 4-step lead by Dawson Luther over at first. And the pitch. And fouling on one off down the right field side is Dayton Bugar. Bird from the stretch. Pauses. And the pitch. And a breaking ball catches the inside corner for a call strike. 0-2 count to Dayton Bugar, the left fielder for the Blue Devils. Flags flapping out there, out in the power alleys, as Bugar fouls that one off. American flags down both foul lines and also out in left center field and right center field in the power alleys. 250th birthday of our nation coming up this coming week. As Bird takes a look over at first from the stretch. And the pitch. Down low for a ball. A little encouragement from the Menomonie fans down here. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Marshfield with a runner at first in Dawson Luther. Pitch down low. Nice stop by Hoff. Brings the count to 2-2. As Bird looks over at first. Luther with about a 3.5, 4-step lead. And a little lazy liner out to right field by Bugar as he picks up his second hit of today's ball game. Luther goes into second. And bringing up Osterman, second baseman, as Cash has popped out to the shortstop back in the 2nd and gone with a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning. So Marshfield threatening here, as they threatened earlier actually last inning. They had runners at first and second with nobody out. And Menomonie got out of it with a double hit or double play. Bird taking a look at second. And the pitch. And a foul tip into the glove. Osterman now with a 1-1 count with one down. As second baseman Turner putting a little covering a bag over there. And a pitch way outside. Nice stop by Huff. Dawson at second. And Bugar at first. Runners for the Blue Devils here with one down here in the bottom of the sixth inning in a 2-1 count. The second baseman, Cash Osterman. Bird from the stretch takes a look at second and the pitch. Breaking ball. And in the hole. And being waved in is Dawson Luther. Slides in head first, throw over to third. And sliding into third is Bugar. And a big hit by Cash Osterman to put a little insurance for the Blue Devils as Luther scores from second on that little liner. Actually, as Turner was trying to hold the runner on the bag at second base, the big hole there between first and second where usually Turner would have been, but Osterman placed it perfectly where no one could get at it, and Luther comes all the way around to score for the Blue Devils to give them a 5-3 lead, and a fly ball down the left field line and on the chase and out of just the reach as we had the shortstop Mike Sell there, Yeager was down there, and Lugo all down there, but bounced right between the three as Jake Sadowska will stay alive here. Jake is 1 for 2 on the day as he had a base hit and stolen base and scored back in the first. Got hit by a pitch and scored on Mac Konieczny's 3-run homer in the second and flew out to the center fielder back in the fourth. So Jake 1 for 2 on the day. As Bird looking for his sign, finally gets it from Hoff. And the pitch. And taking off and going to second and sliding in with a stolen base is Osterman. So runners now at second and third in great scoring position for the Blue Devils. A base hit could score 2 here. We'll see if Sadowski can come up with one here in the bottom of the sixth inning, and Blue Devils leading 5-3. Bird from the stretch. And the pitch. Pitch down low for a ball. 2-1 count here on Jake Sadowska. Shortstop for the Blue Devils. Bird gets the sign from the stretch. Breaking ball just catches that outside corner. A little hesitation on the call there, but must have just enough that it caught the outside corner to make the count 2-2 to Sadowska. And a ball in the dirt and knocked down nicely by Hoff as a run could have scored there as great speed on the bases with Bugar and also Osterman. Makes the count now 3-2 with one down. Base hit could score 2 with the speed that's on the bases for the Blue Devils. And the pitch. And a shot to right field, and that could score 2 as Sadowska and bobbled out in right field. And coming in to score is Bugar and Osterman as a 2-run base hit by Jake Sadowska out to right field gives the Blue Devils a 7-3 lead here in the bottom of the sixth inning. As Jake comes up with that big base hit and gives the Blue Devils a 4-run lead here in the bottom of the sixth. Coming up right now is Mac Konieczny. Mac already has made noise in this ball game with that 3-run homer that he had back in the second inning to give the Blue Devils a 4-1 lead. So from the stretch is Bird. And taking off, Bird steps off the rubber. And trying to steal was Jake Konechny. As I would have thought, Jake would have waited until the delivery there with the speed that he's got. But being thrown out 1-4 there. He's for out number 2. So now nobody on base for the Blue Devils. And Mack with an 0-1 count here. And a line shot out to left for his second hit of the ball game. Mack going 2 for 3 in today's contest. So Mack 2 for 3 with a 3-run homer and walked, so on base totally 3 times. Jared Krassel down there getting some of the equipment. Jared, the head coach of the Columbus Catholic Dons of Division IV. State champion Columbus Catholic Dons, assistant coach here with Josh Metz. And a fly ball, and that's going to fall in for a base hit right in the right center field power alley. Rounding second is Anderson. Anderson slides in for a double as Konechny heads to third. So Mason Anderson, who was my star player of the game last night in the big win for the Blue Devils over the Double Days of Appleton, as he moves Mack over to third on the play here.
Center fielder Owen Griesbach.
So Mason Anderson with a single and a double, going 2 for 4 in today's contest, making great contact. And fouling one off is the top is Owen Griesbach. Owen 1 for 3 on today. He's been on twice, got on with an error back in the first, base hit in the third, and popped out to the pitcher in the 5th inning. Owen back for another season of Legion baseball here. Graduated last year in 2025. First team all-conference back in the Valley in the 25 season. Hitting in the cleanup spot for the Blue Devils. 1-1 count with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Marshfield with 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th off a Bird. It'll be interesting if they bring Luther back into the ball game in the 7th inning. And a line shot almost hitting Mack down there. As Mack standing in foul ball territory. Now, if Mack was in fair territory, if he would have gotten hit, he would have been out. But with him standing in foul ball territory, that's why they always say move way out, just like Mack's doing right now, stepping way out in foul ball territory, almost into the coach's box out there. I don't know why they put those coaches' boxes out there. I see 1 out of 2 coaches, and one standing in the box and one's not in the box. And it's been that for years. I mean, I don't even know why they put the coaches' boxes out there anymore. So, yeah, exactly. John says down here, put them in a cage. But, yeah, it's always interesting. I mean, you look at the major leagues, they got the boxes out there also, and it's really a faint line they have in the major leagues. And those coaches, they're standing all over the place, But 1-2 count to Owen Griesbach. Bird getting the sign from Hoff. From the stretch. And the pitch. Breaking ball way up high for ball 2. 2-2. We've got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. But Marshfield has put up 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And 2 umpires. There we go. 2 coaches. 2 is just the magic number. And a throw out in the center field. And a throwing error by Bird as he tried to pick off Mason Anderson at second. And coming in to score on that error is Matt Konechny to make it now 8-3. And going to third on that play is Mason Anderson. So we still got 2 down here. And we'll see if Owen can get Mason in here. from third base. And a breaking ball call strike for out number 3. But the Blue Devils come up with 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. And after 6 complete innings of play, it's Marshfield 8 and Menomonie 3. And you are watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Dealers Ace Hardware in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin.
And we are back here at the Quadruplex as Marshfield puts up a 4 spot here in the 6th inning of this championship game of the Wisconsin Rapids tournament and takes an 8-3 lead here as Dawson Luther is on the mound for the 7th inning here. And a special thanks to our game day sponsors, Arts Body Shop, Bruce Orthodontics, Takara Monarca, Partners Bank, and Hefco Floral. Thank you to all those great sponsors that we've had. And let's tell you about the great deal Sherrill Tire and Auto Service has. Save up to $140 on new tires at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service now through June on 4 Goodyear tires with locations in Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau, and Marshfield. And coming up after this ball game will be the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Get those fresh cheese curds from Nasonville Dairy in Nasonville. And I'll tell you, I've always said, you get Joe Anderson a pack of cheese curds, he'll be your friend for life. I don't know if he's ever tried that with you, Katie. If he hasn't talked to you into buying him cheese curds yet to be a friend for life, you're lucky. I made the mistake. I bought him cheese curds. He's my friend for life. And a high hopper and a foul ball as it went off. Actually fouled off there from Bailey Casey's shot there and went off the catcher and went into fair ball territory. So it was touched by the catcher and it's a foul ball. And a fly ball down the third base side, not a play. We're in the top of the 7th inning here, and Menomonie down 8-3 here as Marshfield put a run up in the first, and then a 3-run shot by Matt Konieczny to make it 4-1, and swing and a miss by Casey, and it was in the dirt, and picking it up is catcher Ray Becker and throws down to first for the out, and that's a Surf Pro strikeout. Surf Pro, number 1 in cleanup and restoration, like it never happened.
Top of the order, left fielder Oliver
As Luther. And a shot down the right field line by the leadoff hitter, Oliver Lugo, as he gets his first hit of the ball game, and the 7th hit by Menomonie. Actually, it's the first hit since the 4th inning for this Menomonie ball club. And up now is Maxwell Yeager, the third baseman, and catching the outside corner for a call strike. As Marshfield will try to improve their record. And beautiful play by Sadowska, way deep in the hole, makes the pick and throws to Osterman at second for out number 1, and just about got Yeager at first. But Yeager just barely gets in there on a fielder's choice, so 2 down here now in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch with 2 down here now, and Charles Mikesell, the batter. And a call strike at the letters. 1-1 count as Marshfield will try to improve their record to 10-7 on the season. They have won 8 out of the last 10. And a ground ball, great stop by Bugar, but Bugar doesn't, or excuse me, by Osterman. And Osterman could not find the ball. And going all the way to third is Yeager. And a base hit by Charles Maxwell. As Mike Sell will get a base hit on that. So runners at the corners here as never say die as this Menomonie club staying alive here with 2 down and runners at the corners. Luther with a breaking ball over the top of the head of the cleanup hitter Andrew Huff. As Dawson just did not have enough on that curveball. And fouling it off and off the umpire's mask. I've had a few of those off the mask in my time. Don't miss them one cotton picking bit. It can ring your bell pretty good, I'll tell you. I had an old-fashioned mask when I was umpiring, and with the real thick steel, and I've had that where my mask was at least a good half-inch in from foul balls that I had taken off my mask. And I'll tell you, thank goodness for that mask. Next pitch, just missing outside. No, it was not a Nerf ball that was hitting that, John. So, but, yeah, it's a great thing, those masks. Masks are lightweight now, but this one that I had was one of the heavy-duty ones, and thank goodness for that. So, we got a 2-2 count with 2 down, 2 runners on again. And 2 is very popular here on this diamond today. Luther with the pitch. And a swing and a miss and gets by Becker. Becker's going to throw it down to first. And for the 3rd out, so he'll get credit with a strikeout as they get Huff. And Marshfield comes away as no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And the final score is the Marshfield Blue Devils winning the Wisconsin Rapids tournament with an 8-3 victory over Menomonie, as that is Menomonie's 2nd loss. They fall to 7-2 on the season, and they will be a double A team in tournament-wise, so they'll be playing in that double A state tournament. And Marshfield, of course, AAA, hosting that AAA state tournament, coming away with a very impressive 8-3 win, as we'll get a chance to talk to head coach Josh Metz, and we'll talk to Matt Konechny also on that home run that he hit out of here on his 2nd at-bat. So a great shot by him. So a great win by the Marshfield Blue Devils to come away with a 8-3 victory over a very, very good Menomonie ball club. And they're presenting the trophy right now to Coach Josh Metz, and Menomonie will get a runner-up plaque there. So that'll look good in the Marshfield American Legion trophy case. And we'll get to see a lot of Marshfield, as we will be over there quite a bit covering the Marshfield Blue Devils this season. And our command post that we've got over there this year, just an outstanding. In fact, I get to play with it on Wednesday night, as I'll be doing a chaparral game. And I will be in Stratford on Tuesday. So if you want to watch a little great baseball going on here in central Wisconsin. And coming up next will be the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. And I'm going to head it back to Katie there to give us the Nasonville commercial here. And we will be back with head coach Josh Metz and Matt Konechny with our player of the game, as again, the Marshfield Blue Devils defeating Menomonie 8-3 here in the Wisconsin Rapids championship game of the Wisconsin Rapids tournament. We'll be back in just a bit.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
You ready? And we are back here at the Quadruplex in Wisconsin Rapids. As just joking with Mac here, as if I was wondering how many championships he can actually win in a 2-week period. Of course, you know, Columbus winning the Division 4's championship, and now the Blue Devils winning the Wisconsin Rapids tournament here against a very good Menomonie ball club, beating them 8-3. So with me as head coach, Josh Metz here on the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. And Josh, you got to be happy with this win against Menomonie, a very good Menomonie ball club. And I know it's kind of sweet revenge also, because you were part of those 2 losses that when you were an assistant with Marshfield, and those were 2 outstanding ball games also. And but a big win here for your Blue Devils.
Yeah, they're a very well-coached team. They play the game, you know, they do the little things very well. And, yeah, obviously very happy to get out of here with the championship. You know, we probably didn't play our best overall, but we found a way. We gritted our way through it and came out with 3 wins on the weekend. So anytime, you know, 4 games, if you can get 3 out of 4, you know, we'll take it.
You know, and the thing is, I made a comment on the air. You know, I saw, I think it was 4 or 5 double plays that we had in this contest today, and that's more double plays combined than I think I saw all spring and so far in the summer ball here also. But great defense by both ball clubs today.
Yeah, I think early we struggled a bit. We kind of gave them a few runs defensively, but we definitely picked things up after, you know, the 3rd inning or so. And, you know, Dawson's a contact pitcher. He's going to pitch to contact, and we got to make the plays behind him. And after, you know, those first couple innings, we did. And, you know, we picked him up. He pitched great. He throws strikes. And, you know, that's what wins games, right? Good pitching and defense.
All right, and coming now, starting tomorrow night, big test for your Blue Devils, as you got 3 big ball games against the Stevens Point Sixers coming up here on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and so a big test for the race in the Wisconsin Valley.
Yeah, and then Plover on Thursday. So, yeah, it just, you know, we got 4 more games until we get a day off. So we just got to keep pushing and keep playing good baseball. But no doubt, I mean, Point's a very strong club. I mean, they were missing some guys when we played on Friday. So it's going to be, I told these guys it's going to be a different ball game tomorrow night and Tuesday and Wednesday. So, you know, we got to just keep putting the bat on the ball, hope that hits will start coming for us, and got to shore up the defense a bit. But, you know, our pitching's been good, and if we can do that, we'll be just fine. But they are big games for the conference race for sure.
All right. Josh, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night against Stevens Point. Mac Konechny, our player of the game, and Mac, what a shot! You know, the first time up, you gave it a good ride, also out to the warning track out there. Second time up, there was no doubt about that. She got up in the air current and she was out of here, and a great shot there. But what was he actually threw you? Did he throw you a fastball or a breaking ball in there?
Yeah, first pitch he gave me a curveball. I kind of sat back on it, but I didn't swing. Let it go down in the zone for a ball, and I kind of sat on a fastball second pitch with me being up 1-0 in the count, and I just tried to hit it hard.
All right. And, again, congratulations to you and the Columbus Dons also winning the Division IV state championship this year. First ever in school history of baseball one, many basketball ones and football ones, but great job by your Columbus Ball Club. And I know actually you are going on to Lakeland, aren't you, and play football and also baseball out there. So best of luck to you also. But, great ball game today as you come up with actually 2 big hits, going 2 for 3 today and scoring twice. And big test now coming up, as Coach mentioned, this coming week with Stevens Point.
Yeah, they're well coached. We're going to have to play pretty well this week to get all 4, and that's our goal. We want to win all 4, but, we might drop one, and that's just baseball. So we're going to try to win as many as we can.
All right. Mac, you know how this is done. You've done it before, so I'm going to give you the mic, and I'm going to count you down.
That's good.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Matt Konechny, and I'm in the house.
Thanks, Mac. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Again, a big win by the Marshfield Blue Devils as they come away with the 8-3 win over a very good Menomonie team. And we'll see what they can do on tomorrow night, as we will have the only game on Zaleski Sports tomorrow night, as Stevens Point will take on the Blue Devils in a battle for the leadership in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. So for myself, Mike Steinwager, Katie Leckton up on top. Katie, great job tonight or this afternoon, and we'll see you guys down the road, and have a great evening. Good night now.